Is the Instax WIDE Evo really the hybrid instant camera we've been waiting for, or does it come with some potentially deal-breaking flaws? In this video, I'm diving into the not-so-great side of this camera, because as cool as it is, there are a few things that just might make this camera a no-go for you. Let's talk about it. The first flaw I want to discuss is the lack of a cold shoe or hot shoe. For those of you that don't know, a cold shoe is a mounting bracket that allows you to attach things like an LED light or a viewfinder to a camera. A hot shoe is similar. The only difference is the hot shoe has an electric connection, so whatever you're mounting can communicate directly with the camera. For example, a flash. The Instax Mini Evo, the other Instax hybrid camera, does have a cold shoe, so it's interesting that Fujifilm decided to remove it from the WIDE Evo. Personally, I've never used the cold shoe on my Mini Evo, so I don't miss it on the WIDE Evo. But I have seen several people on the internet, like on Reddit, being disappointed that the WIDE Evo doesn't have a cold shoe. So, if that's something you really want in your hybrid camera, the WIDE Evo probably isn't for you. Another potential flaw with the WIDE Evo is its shutter lever. I think this may be the first Instax camera without a shutter button. In order to take a photo with the WIDE Evo, you press down on the shutter lever. Sometimes if I'm not looking at the LCD display on the back of the camera, I can't tell that I've taken a photo. The shutter lever doesn't depress very far. Speaking of depress, why don't you go ahead and depress that like button and subscribe button if you're enjoying the content. The shutter lever is a bit unsatisfying. It's hard to explain if you haven't had a chance to play with it. With the Mini Evo, I can easily tell when I've taken a photo, but again, not so much with the WIDE Evo. Also, there's only one shutter lever as opposed to two. The Mini Evo has two shutter buttons, so you can easily take a photo horizontally or vertically. Now, I can kind of understand why there's only one shutter lever, because most people will shoot the WIDE Evo in horizontal mode. Luckily, you don't really have to move your finger if you're shooting in horizontal or vertical mode in order to use the camera comfortably. So this next one is probably one of my biggest gripes with this camera. You can't transfer a photo from the camera to your phone via the app if you haven't already printed out the photo. Now, why in 2025 is this still a thing? I'm no software engineer, so I could be completely wrong, and if I am, let me know. But I feel like this shouldn't be that hard to program into the camera and the app so that they can be able to do this. I will say, if you have a micro SD card in your camera, it's easy enough to transfer the photos if you put the memory card in your computer or your laptop. I am hoping this is something that will fix in a firmware update. Now, there have been some complaints that the camera moves a bit slow, and I tend to agree here. Sometimes it feels like the camera lags when you're switching between effects or when you're taking a photo. Now, I wouldn't consider the lag a deal breaker, but I can definitely understand how it makes the camera feel a bit more clunky. For what you're paying for this camera, you expect it to run pretty smoothly and quickly. This next one is kind of nitpicky, but you can't zoom while you're in wide angle or 16mm mode. Which, again, in the grand scheme of things, isn't that big of a deal, but it's still a bit annoying. Now, you can zoom when you're in standard or 28mm mode, so the zoom option is not completely absent from this camera while shooting, but you can't do it while you're in the wide mode. Now, I don't personally have an issue with the next one, but I have heard a few people complain about the strength of the flash. You would think that it would be because the flash isn't strong enough, but actually it's because they think the flash is too powerful. I can see how this can be a problem if you don't know how to compensate for a stronger flash. Honestly, I would rather have a flash that's a bit too strong versus too weak, especially when I can adjust my exposure compensation. Also, with the fact that there's no cold shoe, you can't easily attach an LED light, so a stronger flash, in my opinion, is a plus. So, is the Instax WIDE Evo still worth it despite these drawbacks? That's up to you, but now you know what to expect before hitting that buy button. If you've already bought the WIDE Evo and found some critiques that I haven't mentioned, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Hope you found this video on my critiques of the Instax WIDE Evo useful. If you want more photography content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to receive notifications when I post new videos. I try to upload at least one video a week. Stay tuned for more fun photography content, and if there are any topics you want to see, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, keep practicing, keep having fun, and I'll see you in the next video.